Good morning, everyone. I'm Nida Ahmed, and today I will be presenting on SAP HR reporting and some analysis tools. Before we go deeper into the presentation, I just want to give an overview of what reports actually are. They are a tool which is used to analyze and record data. Large amounts of data are, managers and HR administrators. They are faced with large volumes of data every day. So they need a tool like a report to analyze it, to change it, or to record it, to perform statistical evaluations. So that is what a report is. When we see on this slide, so this is the end user here, and these are the different kinds of reports and analysis tools that will be used in my presentation. So first of all, we have the standard reports. These reports actually go according to the standard structure that is in SAP and are generated on the basis of that. Then we have the manager's desktop. This is a tool which is designed for the managers to analyze and change data in it. They have their employees' records in it, and they can change data and they can analyze it. Business warehouse, it is an independent system which draws its information and its content from SAP itself. So the SAP actually transfers the business content to the business warehouse, and it is used for analytical reporting. Then we have HIS, the Human Resource Information System. In this, we can change reports according to graphical in a graphical explanation actually. And then we have the Ad-Hoc Query. The Ad-Hoc Query is used to create and customized reports. So furthermore, this diagram is showing us that information is being is taken to the end user from these different business tools, and analysis are done within them. So next we have a comparison of reports in the R3 system. The Human Resource Information System, the manager's desktop, and reports generated through the information system in SAP Easy Access menu is used to execute existing reports and queries. Whereas when we want to create new queries or change existing queries, we go into Ad-Hoc Query and SAP Query. So I'm going to go into more detail today about standard report and ad hoc query. Again, reports that can be generated on the basis of the standard structure of reporting within SAP are known as the standard reports. Then in ad hoc query enables you to create and customize reports, and it is integrated into the SAP query. It is also called InfoSet query in other R3 components, whereas it is known as ad hoc query within HR. So here we come to the screenshots for the standard reports. The menu path that we'll take in the SAP Easy Access menu for standard report will be going to HR, then we go into information system. From there, we go into reports, personnel management, administration, and employee. For example, we want to generate the employee list. So this is the path that we take in order to generate that list in standard structure. Moving forward, we have the report selection screen. So this is the first screen that comes in front of us, where we will give parameters. We will specify the report further. Here we have the period in which we will specify for which period do we need the report: today, current month, year, or other period. Then we have the selection criteria right here. We can give the personnel area, sub area, employee group, and subgroup. on the basis of which it can be generated, and we can further specify the report according to the specific sections which are listed down here. So going through that path, we have generated the employee list, which shows us the personnel number, the ID number, the name of the employees, the job titles, and the entry dates for them for which they came into the company. We have further selection options. We can customize, we can add these options into the report in order to make it more specific. So this is the selection option box from where we can select more fields if we want to specify the report further. A variant. A variant is a copy of the original report which we can save for later reference and for future use. So when we have generated that report in the standard structure, then we can save it as a variant. This screenshot shows you where you can save it. You have to give the variant name, the description. And then this is the first one is only for background processing. If you want to make the list go into that, protect variant, and do not display in the catalog if you don't want it to be displayed in the variant catalog. Then we have different fields here. We have different types. We can hide fields. We can protect fields. We can save fields without values. We can do more specifications over here in this screen. Get variant. This is a screenshot of when we want to call the variant up. We get it in the variant catalog and select it from here in order to refer back to it. So moving on to the ad hoc query now. Ad hoc is a simple but a very powerful reporting tool. It is suited for line reporting. It has two sections, the selection and the output. So these two fields will further specify the report structure. In selection, we will give out the selection criteria on the basis of which the report has to be displayed. Output will show you the fields that are there in the report. It is used to store data in these components like recruitment, master data, time management, and personal planning and development. Ad hoc query is based on two major things, the user group and the info sets. What is a user group? A user group is a group of individuals who are grouped together on the basis of their position, their job description. And then we have the info sets. It is a group of info types. We group info types in one group and make it an info set, which we have to later assign to the user group. So specify user groups and info sets we specify them in the SAP query. Info sets are assigned to user groups. It gives us quick results. Ad hoc query gives us a quick result because it accesses data directly from the database. Some more functions of the ad hoc screen. It contains these four fields: the field selection, the selection criteria, output formatting, and query results. All of this is shown in one screen, so it's a one-time show. Drag and drop is there for easy access and for easy selection. Real data is shown in the output area. Text and value both can be used in this report. This resulting set is displayed before the output, which means that we can see the report output before it actually comes out in the report form. Real data is selected and output, and it is in a one-screen application. So coming back to the screenshots for ad hoc query, the menu path that we will take is from Human Resources, Information System, and Reporting Tools, where we see both SAP query and ad hoc query. The first thing is that we go to SAP query. We define our user group. So we go to environment. We select user group from there. This is the screen that is shown in front of us where we create our user group. Next is defining info sets. Again, we go to the toolbar, we select it from the environment and define info sets. We create the info sets here. Moving on, we need to select a logical database from where the information has to be picked up. So we will select HR database, human resources database, which is P&P here. We select logical database, we select the HR database from where it will pick up all the information. Moving on is selecting info types. So in this screen, we now need to specify the report according to the selection criteria and the output criteria. First of all, we will select the info types. They're listed right in front of us here, and we can check mark whichever info types we need with the T codes. In this screen, we have selected the info types, making the info set here, and further on, we're going to save the info set with the name here, and it is shown right here. Moving on, we will further assign the info sets to the user group now. This screen shows you where you have to select it from this list. Select your info sets from this list and assign it to your user group. The user group is right here, and this is the info set which will go with it. This screen again tells us that the user group and the info set have been assigned. This is the output of the report before it is actually generated. So right over here, firstly this part we see the selection, the fields from which we select. This is the selection criteria over here, where we give specify the report according to the selection criteria. Over here we see the output columns, which according to which the report and the information will be generated. On this slide, we see that we have generated the report according to the specifications that we had, and this is the final report that will be the outcome of all of that selection and output criteria. This is the screen that we go to when we have to refer back to the report and save it. And with this, I come to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening with patience. To go into the system, I'm going to log on. In order to demonstrate standard reports and reports generated through Ad-Hoc Query. Before we get into the system, I want to just talk about the business scenario that I have. So for general selection, we're going to generate it according to the standard report structure, and we're going to go into human resources, information systems, reports, personnel management, administration, and employee. And we go to employee list. This is the screen that we come up to. We want to see today's report on the basis of this selection criteria, which is personnel area. We're going to select LA. Then we have the personnel sub area. We want to select production for LA, right here. Then we go to employee group. We want to have active employee group, which is number 1. And then we select employee subgroup, and we want salaried group of employees, which is U4. I'm just going to find it over here, and right here I'm going to select it. So we don't want to specify it further. We have both genders in it, and we execute. So it has generated an employee list for us, showing the personnel number, the personnel ID numbers, the names of the employees, the job titles, and the date on which they were employed, entry dates here. And it shows us it has taken up a number of 48 employees for the LA region. If we want to save this as a variant, we go back on the selection screen, and we go to variant, and we save as variant. Right here, we have to give the variant name, for example, employee list LA 42. That's just my ID. Description about it will be employee list LA 42. Now we want to protect the variant. Here are the fields where we can further specify them. So for example, we want to hide one of the fields. If we come down the list, we will see the personnel area, the personnel sub-area, employee group and subgroup on the basis of which the list was generated. So say we want to hide one of those fields. We check mark personnel area, and when we go back we'll see this will not be shown. We want to display it in the catalog variant list, so we will not check this and enter, save. Now if we see here, we have the personnel sub-area, the employee group subgroup, and on top of it there is personnel number and employment status, and personnel area has been hidden because we went into that and hid that. And right here it is said that variant employee list LA is saved. We can go back to it and again search for it in get variant. Right here, if we execute it, we have the list right here. So the variant is saved and we can refer back to it whenever we need to generate this report on the same criteria, selection basis or criteria basis. Coming back to the menu here, now we want to generate a report according to another business scenario that was given to us by our manager. He wants a report of all the employees for LA, that is a selection criteria, showing their annual salary, their pay scale type and area. He wants to also see the employee group, the employee subgroup, the personnel sub-area, and their positions in a report. And we have to generate this through Ad-Hoc Query. So we go to this SAP Easy Access, we go to HR, and we go to Information System, Reporting Tools. Right here we see the SAP Query and Ad-Hoc Query. We go to SAP Query. Over here we will be creating the user groups and the info sets, and later on we will go back to Ad-Hoc Query and generate the report. Right here we see this first screen. The first thing is the query area. So we want it to be standard. Right here it is global area. We'll go to environment, select query areas, make it on standard area client specific, choose. Then we come down, we go back to environment, and the first step is to create the user group. We're going to give a name right here. We're creating this report for Verizon. So Verizon in LA 42. Now it requires a long text from me over here about it. Verizon LA 42. I want to write user group here. 42. So user group Verizon LA 42 is saved. Now I go back to environment and select info sets. Again for Verizon, info set 42. create. Right here we have to give the long name, so Verizon InfoSet 42. We will select logical database so that it has the HR master data to pick up information from. So right here we're going to put B&P, which is our HR master data. Select it. So right here we have all the info set in front of us. We still have to select the info types. We'll open the first one, which is the core employee information. And actions. Organizational assignment. Personnel data for last name, first name. Then we want to select basic. So we have selected the info types from here. And now we generate them. So right here we have the screen with the info set, and we can further specify them on the basis of selection and output. We have to assign the user groups and the info sets. Assign users and info sets. Right here, our user group is shown over here on top of it, and we will assign info sets. It'll give us a whole list of info sets. We have to find our own in this. I just have to go down and see the info set for Verizon. Right here, select it. Enter and save. So user group Verizon has been saved. Now we come out of the system. And we go to Ad-Hoc Query. In Ad-Hoc Query, we'll be generating the report on the basis of the fields that we already selected. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Ad-Hoc Query and generate the report. Right here we have the new query window, and we have to select the user group that was previously made and the info set that was assigned to it. So we need to find the user group for Verizon. And just search in the drop down menu here. So there it is. And we have the info set assigned to it. So it has just come up. Our work area is standard area, client specific. Our user group for Verizon is this one, and the info set is assigned. We select it and we open it up. So here are the info types that we had already customized in SAP Query. We're going to open it. Here are the fields according to which we'll do the selection and output. So personnel number, we want it as an output. Moving on, we want to go to organizational assignment, where we will use the personnel area as a selection criteria. So it comes right over here. We need more output right here, so we'll go to employee group according to the specifications of the report. Employee subgroup, personnel subgroup, personnel sub-area, the position of the employee, We go to personnel data to select the last name, first name information. So last name, first name, both of them will be selected in the output field. And select the personnel ID number. Now we go to basic pay for the annual salary, the pay scale type and area. We want that in the output too. And now I'm looking for the annual salary. Right here. After doing this, we come to the selection criteria. We want to select all of these information for employees working in LA. We're going to go for the hit list to get the persons working there, 85 persons. Right here we have the output. We need to refresh it. It has given us all the information that we needed. We can switch the position of the columns here. So we want to bring the last name, first name in the beginning. Last name, first name. Then we have the employee group, employee subgroup, personnel sub-area, position. We want the ID number to go here. We have the pay scale type, pay scale area, and we have the annual salary. So now we're going to go and do the output. So this is what was required from us, and we've generated this on the basis of SAP query and Ad-Hoc Query. Right here we see the report which is showing us the ID number, the last name, first name, all the active employees of the personnel area LA, and we have the personnel information about their personnel sub-area, their position in the company, their pay scale type, area, and their annual salary. So with this I come to the end of my system presentation, and thank you for listening. So what you've seen me doing here is my 6 weeks training that I have completed at an SAP Training Academy, and I have been working on SAP HR personnel administration, SAP HR reporting and business analysis tools, and also organizational management. Looking forward to get an opportunity to work with the system. Thank you.